I'd take a 1 week trip down to Los Angeles to look at some new apartments, and when I came back, the whole COD community's in shambles. Cold War is getting recycled content again. Modern Cockhairs 2019 is getting new content a year late. It's like they're doing all they can to bring this franchise back to life, and is it working? No, not necessarily. Am I gonna keep complaining and still play? Yeah, probably. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Fooly, and I'm bringing you guys another video right here on Black Ops Cold War. And today, we're going to be talking about 6v6 maps, and this map right here in particular, Miami Strike. Before we get into anything, make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new. We have over 550 subscribers. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but thank you so much. Let's keep it up, and let's get right into it. So like I said in the intro, I leave for about a week, and when I came back, there's people online complaining about Cold War recycling maps again, and for some odd reason Modern Warfare 2019 got new maps, and I kind of just wanted to touch on the fact that 6v6 over the last 2 years, especially in this COD right here, have kind of been lacking in originality and quantity over the last couple of years. And I guess a prime example of that would be this map right here, Miami Strike. Now before anybody gets the wrong idea, I just want to go out on the record and say this right away. I kind of enjoy this map. Like, I'm having a great time playing this. To me, it's not about the enjoyability of these maps. To me, it's more about how little amount of them we have and how dumbed down they are. Like I said, I actually really enjoy this map. But one thing is true about it, alright? This is not original. I know a lot of people are saying, but this map is actually different from Miami. Like, no, this is literally Miami, just a better version of it. Yes, it plays a little bit different. Yes, it looks a little different. But all in all, it's the exact same map. That's like me having a fat ass bush and shaving it and being like, I have a different dick. Like, no, it's the same exact one. It just looks different and it might feel different. Alright, I don't know where I'm going with that one. My point stands regardless, alright? I don't know where I was going with that, but my point stands regardless. I agree with everybody. This is a great map. It plays much, much better than the original Miami. I really appreciate that it plays great for 6v6, but at the end of the day, we still only have a handful of 6v6 maps. If you take out all of the strike maps and all of the remakes, we only have a small handful of original 6v6 maps. And at this point, 5 to 6 months in, a lot of us don't even care if it's like a bad map. Now, there's a lot of reasons why we don't have as much 6v6 content anymore like we used to have back in the day, and it's always going to come down to money with Activision. I think everybody could agree that majority of the maps that we're going to see implemented into this game, Call of Duty Cold War, they're probably already made and have probably been made for quite some time now. Honestly, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think Treyarch's working on any new maps anymore at this point in time. I think every single map that we're about to get from here on out has already been made and has been made for quite some time now. I think if Treyarch really wanted to, and to some extent they probably do, they could have released the whole shebang right at launch or within the first 2 or 3 months of launch. But obviously, because of Activision, they're spreading it super thin. They're giving us one drop at a time. Hell, Modern Cockhairs 2019 just got like 3 new maps a whole year after its life cycle. This is completely off topic, but I swear to God, this is literally a dark matter car. This is the one thing I'm gonna say that I actually believe people would disagree with and people actually dislike very, very much. I feel like there's only gonna be a handful of people that agree with this. I truly think that COD should stop implementing gunfight maps. And I guess that goes for ground war maps as well. Now, trust me, I'm a big fan of both of those, alright? There's some gunfight maps that I think are absolutely precious. And even in Modern Warfare 2019, there are still some ground war maps that I would still play to this day if I still played that awful oversized game. Even though I feel this way towards both of those game modes, I think it's time to cut it loose, honestly. I think it's time to cut the dead weight and solely focus on what made COD great to begin with. And that's, truthfully, honestly, 6v6 arcadey type maps. They don't have to be vibrant, they don't have to be too special, but we just need enough of them. I feel like having a lot more 6v6 maps, especially at launch, would greatly increase the audience retention span on this game. Alright, picture it this way. If I gave you 5 original 6v6 maps at launch, what are the chances that you're gonna like all 5 of them and that you're not going to hate at least one of them? The chances of that happening are incredibly low. Now, what if I give you 25 maps and wanted you to like at least 5 to 10 of them and not hate more than the rest of them? At that point, I feel like you'd probably prefer 25 maps at launch. We're no longer in the times of Treyarch and the Infinity Tards making perfect maps back to back to back to back, all in a full complete list like they had it back in Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more misses than there was previously back in the day. Now, back in Modern Ball Wars 2019, it was a really cool idea having gunfight maps. Just like the face-off maps back in Modern Warfare 3, those were really cool, especially in the alpha. They played amazing. And unfortunately, over time, every time there was a spew of maps being released, there was always at least 1 or 2 gunfight maps that were taking up the amount of slots given for new maps. Like I said, I like the majority of the ground war maps from Modern Warfare 2019, but even those weren't even original maps. Those all became part of Warzone, and that's going to be the same for the Fireteam maps in this game. They're all going to form into the Warzone map. That's not original content. At the end of the day, gunfight maps are not for everybody, and ground war maps are not for everybody. 10v10 maps at times cannot even be for everybody, but 6v6 maps have been for everybody for the last like 15 years. At the end of the day, that's probably what's killing the player count. The player count for 6v6 playlists and the player count for gunfight playlists are not the same. They're very, very, very different. So why are we getting the exact same amount of maps at the same time? That doesn't make any sense at all. And then just to touch on originality once more, strike maps do not and should not count as original content for 6v6 playlists. Crossroads and Crossroads Strike are not 2 different maps. They're the same map, just one is portioned differently. Like I said before, I'm pretty sure Treyarch and Infinity Ward had all of their maps figured out and created at launch or within the first 2 months of launch. Unfortunately, they're too focused on the money, and as a result, the player count of COD has literally died down by so much. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the amount of 6v6 content that we have in this game, and whether or not you think there should be less attention given to gunfight maps and ground war maps, and more focus towards 6v6 maps like how we used to have it back in the day. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, guys, this has been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a great one. I'm out of here. Toodaloo.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak. It's been a very long time since you seen me. Don't know why.